Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 81 of Project Zomboid, which originally aired live on Twitch. Let's do a very quick recap. Last hour of last stream. That's what I'm going to recap. The big picture of last stream would be that we did find the sledgehammer. So as you can see here, the text about whether or not we found the sledgehammer is now gone. We found it. It is in the about tag, so !about will say that. The last 2 hours or so of last stream, we did a little bit of thermodynamic science, figuring out how to set up these antique ovens, these stoves, these heating devices, to keep our base warm in the winter. And we sort of found out that it's a radius that is blocked by walls, but not fences, which means we have this really strange fenced bedroom setup going on. It's not beautiful. It's not even pretty, but it works. With an escape rope and, well, that also means that I don't think open windows or doors matter at all. I could be wrong about that, but that is, whoa. Oh boy. That is my understanding. Thank you, Raptor Talon. My goodness, what a hype train going on. And then we started to set up some traps for the winter so that I can catch more food. And we did a whole lot of like base reorganization. That's why my base looks so beautiful and pretty. So huge heart for all of you. I missed you all last weekend. I had a weekend away visiting my sister and my 6-month-old nephew, meeting him for the first time. But we're back, and I'm ready to slay some zombies. But, with that said, oh, it's 11/11. Hey, it's the, like 15-year pre-versary of Skyrim. I remember that Skyrim was released 11/11. And, well, it's a 11/11 up on the clock there. Let's also do a quick run through. I have survived for 4 months, 5 days, 10 hours. I've killed 2132 zombies. I am 81 kilos and dropping. What are some other important stats? My skills are pretty awesome. Carpentry is almost level 9. That is way better than I had thought that it would be at this point. And farming has gotten up there too. I am deep into the end stretch of leveling up. Becoming a master farmer in 4 months probably is irrational, but hey, for me to do the thank yous, oh my goodness, this activity feed. So Raptor Talon gifted out 20 community subs. That is incredible. And then Dakin Aruku, Ilaros with the follow, Sky with bits, Vihel with the resub. It goes on and on. Oh, Glitch with the give the puppies a treat. Can't forget to do that. Whoa, Yoda. Is Scotty beaming you up? What the heck is going on? Mike. Well, alright, apparently, sometimes Yoda is ethereal, and, sometimes he's not. I don't know what that was, but that looked pretty cool. Hey, do it again. What's going on there? I don't think you have enough light. There you go. Yoda's looking for more carrots. And there's the Yoda stream cam. Oh my goodness, is he being really cute right now. I will be opening up the channel point redemption for taking input from you all pretty soon here. I usually just do some basic base maintenance right when I load up, which is what I'm doing now. I'm just making sure that my farming is good and all of that jazz. Hey, welcome, Tumbling Satellite. Mr. Ulf himself, referencing, of course, Blades of Ragnarok from yesterday. Ulf had some fun times yesterday, and then he didn't. They ceased to exist. If you don't know what I'm talking about, of course, this isn't too big of a spoiler, but it also won't be made clear on YouTube ever, so it's not like it's something I can even spoil. But let me give you a shout out, my friend. Welcome, Raiders. So you haven't missed much. You haven't missed much. We are just starting out. This is, of course, just a few minutes into the stream. And I'm just making sure that my plants are tended, my roof is good, all that sort of jazz. It's only 8 p.m. It's a little early for me to hit the hay, because if I do hit the hay now, I'll be up at like 3 in the morning and it'll be too dark to be productive. One of the things I haven't really done in a long, long time is check for disease. So one of the things that can happen is there is a type of disease that can hit your farm that is really terrible. It is the devil's water fungus, I think it's called, if memory serves. And there is no cure. And basically, if that happens to your crops, you have to dig them up. And if you don't, it can spread, I believe. So I have not been all that diligent about making sure that blight doesn't come to my farm. Now, we are at November 11th, so I'm not entirely sure how productive my farm's going to be, given this late in the season. I'm really in unexplored territory here. And one of the things about the PZNet, or the wiki, is it doesn't have a lot of super accurate information, which is odd, given, oh, these seedlings are... They're missing health. It says it's not diseased, though, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Well, thank you for that hype train. Much, much appreciated. One way to brighten up the end of my May. And I hope you all are having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. Why are my radishes not... I don't know what's going on with them. Also, it seems like I've got some burned out lights. These 2 lights are burned out, so I'm going to go replace them. I might even have more than 2. I have a irrational hatred for light bulbs in this game and how quickly they burn out. The temperature right now, the external temperature is 27 Fahrenheit. It is very, very cold, which is likely the reason why these crops aren't doing well. Probably the reason why the radishes are unhealthy. They're dying, I'd imagine. That's... Yeah. It's not an irrational hatred, you said? Yeah. It's a little ridiculous how often my lights burn out and how many times I have to replace bulbs. That looks a little bit better. One of the things I could do here is to have like a light pole in the middle here, but that would have to be a submitted goal, I think. So it's 26 Fahrenheit out, which is a little below freezing. That's probably like -3 or 4 Celsius. My ability to do the conversions in my head is terrible. So it's not ridiculously cold, but it is. We're clearly in the winter now. That's enough of Yoda hogging the camera here. I want to say hi to all ya. Arms Attack, thanks for the resub. And Magic Hippie. What an awesome 8 months has it been? Well, I'm glad. It has been, you've been a character in Frost and Fire for like, what, 3 months now? Something like that? Oh, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Alright, let's hit the hay. I know it's not that late, but I will open up the Channel Point redemptions for submitting project ideas and goals. And you all can start flooding me with ideas. Somebody doesn't want a rad cam? Yeah, it's alright. I don't really want a rad cam either. I'm like a vampire. I don't like my own reflection. So as far as I could tell, it looks like I don't have a cooking pot to go. I don't know why that would be, but okay. Alright, Raptor, I'm going to refund you because Pahans submitted that first. Increase the stream resolution to 1080p. Just refresh your stream. I am streaming in 1080, and if you don't see it as 1080, it's only a result of not rebooting. Right when I start up Twitch, I think it just defaults to It's wrong. I'll put it that way. Some good suggestions coming in. I like it. So I'm going to make the stew for the next few days. Or 2 days. I am still trying to gain weight. So that I don't go underweight and suffer penalties. I'm going to take some cabbages that are not fresh anymore. I'm going to start trying to use... It might make the meals a little boring, but I'm going to try to use the ingredients that aren't fresh so that I have the least amount of rot. So, nothing like throwing a... nothing like throwing cabbage in the oven to defrost it. That's probably a game mechanic that doesn't make any sense. Alright, we do have a lot of channel point redemptions already, so I'm going to pause it just a sec to get you all to be able to vote, and once I start cooking, I'll put that poll up. Whoa. Wait, it's still frozen. Okay, I thought it was like... There we go. They're just boring cabbages. I know how strange that sounds. So we have one stew going, and while that cooks, I'm going to crank out the other stew. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to pause a second to get the polls out to you, because I can't type and cook at the same time. Not a skill I have, sadly. So, for first projects, what do we got? We have the garden, illuminate the garden, find a sports car. Oh boy, that one, huh? Explore the burned mall. Also keep in mind that the mall is not empty. There were still hundreds of zombies there, but I can explore what I can. Work on mechanics. Reinforce the gas station, which would be like adding walls and protection and that kind of thing. Start on metal furniture, which would be a remodeling project, I suppose. And clean the zombies around the mall. That would probably be setting up another burn, I'd imagine. So there you go. First project. Have at it. And thank you for submitting your ideas. Now, using non-fresh cabbage and putting it into a stew form removes its unhappiness and boredom, as long as it's not rotted. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to prevent rotted foods from being introduced into my diet as best as I can. Because I have a weak stomach and rotted foods would kill me. Okay, so we have the stew prepped for tomorrow. And we've got today's meal on the oven. Hopefully not burning. Nope, not burning, still uncooked. Yeah, my mechanics skills have definitely lagged behind a bit. It's honestly a hard skill to grind because it requires you to just like tinker with a car. I don't actually know the best way to grind it out other than like installing and uninstalling headlights, but that's not really the way I envision wanting to level up my abilities. Yeah, it's not hard to grind, it's just boring. So the challenge, of course, is to make the grind meaningful and interesting. And that's far easier said than done, I'd like to think. Zomboid, of course, is famously a very slow-paced game, so it can be challenging to keep things fresh. So it's finally daylight, and it looks like reinforcing the gas station is going to be the current project, but I'm going to leave the poll up for the second one. One of the things I could do with the gas station is There is the possibility, of course, of doing metalwork. Fencing, right? With metal pipes and the rest of it. So I would need, well, I would need a lot of metal welding rods. I think it's probably easiest to do in wood. Now, another point to be made is that anything that I build can be destroyed by zombies. So a metal wall obviously would be a lot tougher than a wooden wall, but ultimately if the zombie wants it destroyed, whoa, it is cold out. It is 17 Fahrenheit now. Dang. Let me quickly listen to the radio here. Yeah, I could build log walls. That would be a good alternative. So if we go to log walls, I would need rip sheets and logs. And perhaps I'll have you all vote on the method at which I set it up. But first things first, if I'm going to require a lot of logs, it serves me well to grab my rope. I'll probably need, what, 6 rope, maybe? 2, 4, 6. Should be good. I'll have you all vote on what kind of walls. It's extreme but durable. It would require me to chop down a lot of trees, but I'm fine with that if that's what you all want. I also believe I have my radio on in the car and like a zombie near the gas station, so I've got to be wary of that. That was in YouTube comments, people warning me that was the case. I'm gonna eat all my stew so that I start gaining weight. I don't want to drop too low. I'm just hovering over like the perfect average, but I'd rather be a little higher than average. And in a second here, I'm going to take down the pole that's up now and replace it with a what kind of wall do you want me to build pole in its place. So minimum 17 Fahrenheit, maximum 34. Some clouds, heavy clouds, and tomorrow's going to be about the same with clear skies and cloudy spells. Okay. Radio off. What kind of... Hang on, let me save that. Done. What kind of wall should I build? I'm not going to include metal because I simply don't have enough materials for that. So wooden or log, which I spelled wrong. How do I spell a 3-letter word wrong? I don't know. I fixed it before you saw it. Hide my shame. It's also very chilly out, but if we take a look at my temperature here, my insulation is just about maxed, so my skin temperature is good because of the amount of insulation that I'm currently wearing. I even switched my helmet out for a crash helmet, which is better insulating, and then I switched my boots from the desert boots to non-desert boots, to the regular military boots, which again keeps you warm. Now I'm supposed to have a zombie around here? I'm going to have to do a little bit of poking around and make sure that, indeed, there aren't zombies. Because while I'm chopping wood and sawing stuff, you know, I will inevitably sort of have my back turned, and I don't see zombies. Okay. One positive thing about this project is I can start to cut down trees that, block my line of sight between me and home. Right? The more of these trees I cut down, the easier it is for me to not get caught unaware from a zombie that is lurking. Alright, it's very, very, very clear that you guys... Sorry I closed the poll early, but it was a runaway poll. With... Alright, well, reinforced gas station, I'll just leave it at that. So, the 4 log stacks, I'm just going to put over there. So, the idea that I have is maybe walling this here. Yeah, no, I'm going to probably do a minimum wall. just for sanity and sake of time. Just to make sure that, like, when I'm pumping gas, I can't get snuck up on, but a wall no bigger than that. Because if I don't have... It would take me the entire stream to sufficiently wall off everything, I think. How are you already exerted? You cut down 4... Oh, well, I guess, yeah. Cutting down trees does take effort. But I feel like you got tired too quick. So Glitch has been submitting that project goal for... Glitch, how long has it been? Like a few weeks? Finally, it gets caught on. You forgot driveways to the goal? Yeah, it'd be nice to have a pathway here so the trees don't regrow. And a pathway to the south or something. Actually, one to the south would even be better. It also gives me space to maintain and repair. Yeah, if I needed to maintain and repair the generator for my car, I already have a space for that. Uncomfortable wind chill. Oof. So the wind chill's bringing it down to like 0 degrees, which is what, like negative... what would it be, like negative 10, negative 15, something like that? In Celsius? Pretty chilly. So unstack, and then carpentry, log wall. So the idea here is just to log wall up the inside of the gas pumps for going the outside of the gas pumps. I just don't care. And then adding a double door. Maybe a double door on both sides. Wouldn't it be easier to barricade it with cars? Yes, but zombies can crawl underneath cars. So you'd have to barricade it with cars and a wall. You can't just do one or the other. You can't just do cars, because zombies will crawl under cars. And so the cars prevent zombies from being able to destroy... where are my ropes going? What the heck? Are they going in my backpack? Wait, what is going on? Unstack. Ropes. Oh no, it's using my ropes. Yeah, I'm an idiot. I need rip sheets. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, stop. Don't worry, I have a lot more ropes back home. I just realized what was happening to my ropes. So instead of using rip sheets, it was using my my ropes to build the log walls, and they're not recoverable. Oh well. Reskin, thanks for the sub. A log wall seems super inefficient. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's tougher, but inefficient. The most efficient would be wooden walls, or honestly, even wooden fences would work if you then barricaded it up with cars. And there is no shortage of cars. Ropes in peace. Oh, that is weird. I'm gonna have to remove that. The stairwell thing is still there. All right, let's get back home, grab some rip sheets so I don't do that. Can we do that, cars and fences? I could submit another poll, I guess, that we barricaded up that way. Sure, why not? It's probably a lot faster to fill a car with wood. You're not wrong. I'll be doing that in a second, too. In fact, I should forego the... I should just get rid of my ropes altogether so I don't do that. But let me see what the damage was to my rope supply. So I have 4 ropes over there already. Here's 2 ropes. Here are 6 more ropes. Yeah, I mean, it was dumb, but, like, it's not gonna kill me. I have 10 ropes left. Seems like log is still sort of the leading choice. Now, one of the things I could do to make it a bit better protected is the wooden door, or the double door that I build. Carpentry door, double door. What I could do there is, barricade that off with cars if I want to. Okay, let's see. Where are my... Here's my rip sheets. All 128 of them. Put them in the backpack. Rope for the rope gods. Rope-a-dope. That's okay. We live and learn. I, by no means, am a master of Zomboid. Don't claim to be. I think this project would be best suited for one of the box trucks. Whatever has the largest trunk space. Oh, don't smash into it. Also, so it's probably this black box truck. But did I leave the radio on in the taxi? Yes. Boop. Let's not kill the battery. Hey, Uko. Thanks for the resub. Alright, log walls. Let's have a tiebreaker here, but I think log walls are going to win again. Ah! Okay. Well, one of the issues with tabbing out and, like, setting up poles is you crash into stuff. Oh, yeah. Look at my hood. All good in this hood. Cut down tree, thank you. I wonder where that, so YouTube comment said that there was a zombie lurking around me, but I haven't seen it. It wasn't in mint condition before I started crashing. My vehicles are never in mint condition. Mint condition isn't even a condition I should aim for, to be honest. My car in real life is far from mint condition. I've actually had I haven't driven my own vehicle in like months. I've just been using my wife's car because I'm lazy. And I still have a flat tire that I've had for like, I don't know, half a year nearly. And right now my battery's dead just because I haven't been running my car. I should jump it later today and charge my battery back up. Put my alternator to use. Vehicle abuse. That's what I'm about. Alright, log walls. I'm just gonna call it. It was close, but log walls will be the thing we do. It shouldn't take me too long. My poor car, yeah. Also, I have a vehicle where its parts keep getting recalled. I've had 3 major, like, safety recalls on it. So annoying. So very annoying. I was one of the lucky few to have Takata airbags. And then they were recalled. And then the airbags that they replaced my old airbags with has gotten recalled again. And then my drivetrain got recalled. So it's like, all right, free airbags, free drivetrain, sure. Dummies putting together cars like they're garbage. Sounds like a great brand. Although my vehicles held together more than... I've owned a bunch of different... I've owned, let's see, I've owned Chevy, I've owned Volkswagen. Wow, it's really hard to, like, remember the cars I've driven. Chevy, Volkswagen, Honda. I feel like there's something else in there. But, like, my brain just didn't... It's just not working. Yeah. So it could be worse. But yeah, it is a Honda. that got that. That's the recall culprit. All right, so now I'm using rip sheets. 4 rip sheets per log wall. Nope. Did that wrong. So the advantage of this project, I mean, you all voted for it, so I'm going to be doing it anyway. But the security advantage of this project would be that when I'm pumping gas, I can't get snuck up on. The disadvantage, of course, is, well, it's time-consuming, expensive. Why do I have so many rip sheets? For tailoring practice. Because anytime you install rip sheets into armor, you level up your tailoring. So I've been collecting rip sheets in case I needed to do tailoring. But obviously I'm not using it for that purpose. But it's very, very easy to gain rip sheets. So we are, I will conservatively say, like a 5th done. And my guy is peckish, moderately exerted, discomfort with a wind chill. He's tired, he's hungry. The plus side is everything that could bust up my hood between me and home has been removed. Well, not quite, but I'll keep doing that. But I'm gonna go grab some grub. Ooh, let's not hit stuff. And I'm gonna start cutting trees that are closest to my parking lot. One of the huge advantage to this massive parking lot that I have is that it gives me a very good line of sight for anything coming close to my base. Standing up on my little half roof, or my, garden roof, or whatever you want to call it, I can survey very, very quickly if I'm in danger. But the more trees I cut down, the better line of sight I'll have. I'm also putting the ropes away, so I don't continue making the dumb mistake of using them up. Nice and full to bursting. That's what I like to see. My weight really hasn't turned around though. I have like hair starvation. So this is the generator that's on, 66%. Yeah, okay, that's the generator that's on. That's good. Hey! Ready to harvest. I don't think they're ready to... I think they just popped ready to harvest. Because I would have saw, like, when I was standing there last. That's weird. Standing on top of the carrots and all of a sudden, boom, they're ready to harvest. So things are still growing in the winter, but I don't foresee that will be a trend that continues. One of the reasons why my character's constantly peckish is my trait. Which trait is this? The Hardy Appetite trait. What Hardy Appetite actually does is it makes you peckish before you're actually peckish. The trait makes you think you're hungrier than you really are. Yeah, it also, increases the amount of food that you have to consume. But there is like a false sense of peckishness. Speaking of peckish. Yoda, are you peckish? Hey, Ascendancy. Welcome, buddy. How was Dota today? One of these days you won't be playing Dota and it will, like, surprise me. But welcome, Raiders. If you're wondering what's going on, we are trying to secure a gas station with log walls. Very, very simple task. Ah, you were coaching people. Well, that's cool. I feel like coaching people is a little bit of what I do here, too. Not that I'm an expert at Zomboid, but in other games, maybe a little bit more expert. And, spreading that expertise love around. Always very helpful. You're doing it for money? I understand. If anyone cared to get coached by me for money, I have no idea what I would coach them in. Coach them in dog training. Hey, Sky, thanks for gifting out a sub to Ascendancy. So what is the biggest frustration with coaching for you? I've been coached in the past. I used to compete in first-person shooters, and my unelected team captain, I honestly don't even, looking back, I have no idea why he was the team captain. He wasn't the most skilled player. He wasn't the most strategic player. He was just the loudest and most angry player. And he would coach us, and all the while I was, I'm a team player, but I was also like rolling my eyes and like laughing because he was one of those that probably punched a lot of keyboards, I'll put it that way. And I have no idea. He I wouldn't say he was responsible for breaking up the team, but there was definitely a lot of unnecessary stress and fatigue, considering that we were amateurs. Like, he was treating us like we were professionals, and it was very annoying to be yelled at like I was a child. And, then I'd be like, hey, dude, look at the scoreboard. Me and it was my friend Dylan. I was friends with almost everyone on the team. We had a lot of mutual respect for one another. But I was like, me and Dylan are like rocking it on the scoreboard, so don't be yelling at me. I used to be, when I was young, I used to take even constructive. His criticism was very deconstructive, but when I was a kid, I would take criticism hard. I'm not a perfectionist, but I just and this is something I've changed in my adult life, or at least have tried to. Getting critiqued in YouTube comments, hundreds a week helps with my desensitization of criticisms. But yeah, when I was younger, when I was in my early 20s or whatever, being yelled at by like some rage baby was not my idea of fun. What games are we talking about? I wasn't a first-person shooter competition for one specific game. I played whatever there was money in, so it changed a bit. But think, not ever CS:GO, team-based game, more team-based games like Battlefield and Quake Wars and stuff like that. Ooh, did I place that right? What is going on? Why can't I place this one? What? I have the logs. Maybe the logs aren't close enough. I don't know. You have really nice people that you coach. But the low MMR, low IQ. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, I guess they weren't close enough. The ability to learn is very crucially important. And I think at least the American, I know you're not American, but at least the American school systems don't do a very good job of teaching learning. They teach stuff, but not learning, if that makes sense. Much the way that currently there's a trend of conspiracy theories and false information. And one of the things that I think social studies classes and stuff like that don't teach really at all is logic and the ability to discern misinformation, and not to get too far off the point, but it's critically important skills. Other things that the school system doesn't teach is like financial intelligence. Like, that's another one that I think is just terrible. Like, if school is supposed to prep you for adulthood, and they don't teach anything about keeping your finances in order, what the heck is it for, right? Like, as much as I appreciated and enjoyed stuff like learning history or whatever, learning how to do your dang taxes is a lot more of a life skill you're going to end up using later in life, you know, or saving for retirement, things like that. But there were a few people that was on my team that were just petulant and whiny, that refused to sort of change it up and learn, and they were tough to deal with, because it's like, I like you as a human, but my goodness, I cannot help you as a, you know, to educate you to be a better player or whatever. It was dang near impossible. What's funny is my approach to most strategy video games, and I'm certainly not S-tier strategy player or anything like that, but a huge part of my ethos, let's call it. Shellbell, thanks for the resub, by the way. A massive part of my ethos would be iterative improvements and min-maxing efficiency. That's sort of my MO. Iterative improvements meaning do something, figure out why it wasn't as fast or efficient, or, you know, figure out ways to, how to put this? I guess I'm productively lazy. I will take like a task, like, let's say it's a cyclical task. I will take a cyclical task like making coffee, and I will do it the way the book tells me to do it the first time. And then I will find shortcuts. And every time, for the next 10 times making coffee, I will try to shorten the process to make it quicker and more efficiently, until I get to a point where I'm satisfied with the amount of time it takes and the amount of effort it would be to shave more time off of that process would be diminishing returns. And that's sort of how I approach, it's weird, it's sort of how I approach most things. Like, some people are OCD about keeping things neat or tidy. For me, I wouldn't say I'm OCD, because that's obviously a medical term, but I'm very fastidious about making sure that my time is spent well. So I don't waste a lot of my own time, and I try to find ways to not waste time, which is funny because I would happily say, like, I am very productively lazy. I get a lot done with the least amount of effort, and it's an approach that I have in life as well as video games. So I will try to find ways to be as lazy as possible in video games, which also means that I've min-maxed my efforts, and that is a skill that obviously no one ever really teaches you, but it's a really important one in life, because otherwise, if you try to maximize your efforts everywhere, well, you'll be maxed out. You'll be stressed, anxious, tired, exhausted. Yeah, there is joys in perfecting a routine. Absolutely. Absolutely. Didn't Bill Gates say something about getting the laziest engineers for the hardest problems for efficient solutions? Yeah, and almost every massive CEO will say the same thing, that hard work and elbow grease only goes so far. Finding someone that does the task in the shortest amount of time is often the most elegant solution. Not always. Why can't I put a wall here? What is going on? Well, I don't think it matters, because it's something to do with the collision boxes, I think. But it appears as if I can't walk through it, zombies can't either. The worst teachers generally make the best students. Yeah, because they understand what corners to cut. You know, it's probably a little bit different now. I'm not a school teacher. I'd have to ask someone like Trustin. But when I was a kid, we were always told, oh, you're never going to always have a calculator in your pocket. Ha ha ha! Yeah, right. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, everyone has a calculator in their pockets now. I don't need to do long division in my head. Mr. Math Teacher. Yeah, that's a big old joke. So, you know, some of those, like, life skills of, like, memorize your long division. It's like, but why? Like, if you understand the logic behind long division, like, you can do long division on paper, And your multiplication table is like, what is the point in memorizing a multiplication table? That's just such a foolish way to learn math. As someone that has taken like a lot of advanced math as a software developer and IT, you know, I even had to do like theoretical math courses, which sucked. I was so bad at them, you know. But having gone through that, it's like, yeah, no, these aren't life skills that anyone actually needs. I'm happy to just say flat out. Yeah, scientific calculators on browsers, or yeah, there's a lot of ways to solve life's problems that doesn't include the like heavy mental lifting. Is all I'm trying to say. But I take my like efficiency even further than that, which is, you know, is an hour of my time or the money of an hour of my time what is worth it more? So certain like sort of pointless tasks, I'm happy to just delegate out. I'm like, all right, you know, if this isn't worth my time, I'm not gonna bother. Come on, truck. Hey, Triple Hazer. Okay, for real, what is going on? Having a vehicle turn over 3 times in a row for an engine that I think is in good condition is a statistic. Yeah, 72% engine. What is going on? Oh, okay. Stupid truck. A cat got into the engine? Did I don't think I've had a spare gas can in here, but I should. Not that I use this truck that often. Yeah, I mean, I was obviously born before Google as well. I was born before web browsers. And so I had to learn the Dewey Decimal System. I had to learn encyclopedias. You know, a 23-part Encyclopedia Britannica novel. You know, like, yeah, I get that education is different today than it was then because, but with that said, one of the things that died when web browsers were born is the ability to sort of like discern for yourself, you know? And that's what's scary. Just sort of logically, it's like Occam's razor. People's inability to sort of logically think things through without immediately resorting to like Google is sad to me a little bit. Because for me, you know, if there's a logical problem, like a Fermi estimation, for instance, it's like, how long will this log wall take me? You know, this is an obviously oversimplified, question. Will it take, but the Fermi estimations would be, will it take me 1 hour, 1 day, or 1 week, right? Like that would be the order of magnitude in Fermi, roughly. It's usually like 10, 100, 1000 or whatever. But I feel like a lot of people can't even think that sort of logically, and that's like a really important skill to be able to manage your time and schedule yourself, and just simple life tasks that you typically need to do. Wow, I am getting so hungry from all this manual labor. I'm gonna eat my not fresh cabbage. You lost half your chat by saying Fermi. Maybe. In a weird bout of irony, you can just Google Fermi for yourself. Fermi is basically just like ballparking. if I wanted to ballpark how long this project would take me, you know, is it going to take an hour, a day, a week, a month, a year? Of course, if you're not familiar with baseball, I'd imagine that ballparking is probably not a colloquialism that you're familiar with. But ballparking would just be like, roughly, what effort or time will these tasks take? It's a guess. A guesstimate. Exactly. But that's enough of that rant. Here's another question I have for you. How many gates to the gas station? 1 or 2? Should it be a drive-through or should it not be a drive-through? The advantages of a drive-through would be if zombies mess with me, I have another point of exit, and I don't necessarily need to back up. The disadvantage, of course, is that it is less protected because the log walls are tougher than double doors. Double doors get ripped down rather quickly in Zomboid. But I'm happy to go with either way. I might even need to go scavenge the parts for double doors, but I'm not sure about that. Here, buddy. I don't know why it's been static Yoda for a bit here. Very strange. A drive-through car wash and full-service gas station. That sounds phenomenal. Also sounds like an immense amount of work. Generally speaking, as most of you probably already know, I spend roughly 2 days on tasks, on individual tasks, and then if it's voted for me to return to it and continue, I'm happy to do so. But for this log wall, I'll try to see it through tomorrow and get it done. It might take me 2.5 days instead. It's also incredibly exhausting. It's too bad that this isn't like a very valid way to build up your strength and endurance. So the northeast and southwest points of entry into the gas station are covered. They're done. Pet Yoda? Don't mind if I do. Yoda, why are you all staticky? What's going on here? Did Thanos snap? Is that what's going on? You're turning into dust? He looks so cute in the background, just sitting there. Oh, hi, Tusk. Does Tusky want a treat? Tusky wants a treat. She got to get up on the couch. Here you go, girl. Oh, Echo wants one too? Well, Echo will have to get up on the couch as well. Chile. No. Hi, Tusk. Echo, up. Echo, up. Chile. Got the whole family. Well, I mean, minus the wife. Bye, Echo, and minus Echo now. So, doors. Double doors. I will need 12 planks. Well, I'll need 4 doorknobs and 8 door hinges. You've never seen all 3 before? It's funny, because Echo's just in the next room over. Normally, when my wife's home, she'd be hanging out with her, like, exclusively, like I don't even exist. But since my wife's been away visiting family, I am now the hot commodity that I have never been before. But yeah, she's not even chilling with me. Unless I say the T word. Treat. Boop. And as soon as I say treat. No, she's not even coming in. I guess she knows it's just carrots. And she's apparently not a huge fan of just carrots. It's party time? No, it's just me having a lot more responsibility time. I wish it was party time, but that's just not the not the truth. It's now I have to feed the dogs every meal, give their medication, walk them, cook my own, cook every meal for myself, do my own grocery shopping. Be the adult that I was supposed to be, but often isn't. Before I go to sleep, let's make tomorrow's meal and then prep the next stew. Adulting is hard? It is. It's Are the doggies sick? No. Echo has allergies and Yoda has OCD, so she gets, this one gets a little anxiety pill every day, and then Echo gets anti-allergy meds every day, and then allergy shots every 2 weeks. They're not sick, they're just the way they are. What the heck is going on? Cooking pot with water. Oh, am I out of water? No, I'm not out of water. That was weird. Maybe I just drained one of my rain barrels up top or something. I'll have to go upstairs and check. These stews have not been as filling as normal, but oh well. Just have to eat more of them. Nope, that's not the refrigerator. You're so bad at adulting. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna run out of treats at this rate. Let me tell you, paying taxes is not as fun as you think it would be. And if you think it's not fun, it's less fun than what you think. All right, let me do a quick backup. And looks like 2 gates, double gated gates, is going to be for the gas station. So here's what we're going to do while I run my little backup. Vote on what I work on after the gas station's done. So it pulls that away. Hey, buddy. As a YouTuber and a Twitch streamer, no federal tax of mine is withheld throughout the year. So when comes tax time, I just have to cut the Fed and the state that I live in, but I have to cut them one honker of a check. Just the way it goes in my line of work. The redemption is not open. It will be after this poll is done. What's going to happen is the runner-up project here will get voted on, and then I will refund all the other projects to save you guys channel points, and then it will get opened up again. You've been watching Project Zomboid, Ash Williams, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Ash Williams Project Zomboid airs live every Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Rhadamant.com has my countdown timers and stream schedule for streams like these. Thank you so very much for watching. I'll catch you next episode for an upcoming stream. Farewell, friends.